YieldMax ETFs has paid the biggest distribution they have paid so far for this one ETF that I'm going to show you at the end. So let's get started. YieldMax has announced distribution for weekly pairs and Group B. As you might know, if you're first time here, YieldMax has Group A, B, C, and D. And also they have weekly pairs ETFs. There are about 9 of them. So weekly pair meaning they're going to pay every week, and each group rotates each week. So you'd start with the Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, and every week you're going to get distribution from these 9 ETFs. The first ETF we start here is Chappy. Is going to pay 41 cents or 39%. GPTY will pay 29 cents or 33%. LIFG will pay 45 cents or 63%. QDTY 19 cents, 22%. RDTY 31 cents, 35%. SDTY 20 cents, 23%. ULTY as usual is going to pay 10 cents, and that's about 86%. Very impressive. As you all know, ULTY is one of our favorite ETF, and the other ETF which is very popular is MSTY. At the end, I'm going to keep you updated on ULTY price and also asset and management, how much has accumulated so far. YMAG is going to pay 16 cents or 53%. YMax will pay 11 cents, 43%. Bubble will pay 75 cents, 62%. Dips will pay 18 cents, 36%. fepi will pay 62 cents or 46%. GDXY will pay 61 cents or 50%. JIPMO will pay 28 cents or 22%. Maro will pay $1, 67%. MRNY will pay 9 cents or 63%. By the way, MRNY is one of the YieldMax ETFs that has crashed massively. Right now, the price is around $2, I think last time I checked, and it's almost going to zero. I'm going to make a video on MRNY and see if this ETF will rebound or if is worth your time for you to invest your money. NVDY will pay 84 cents, and that's a 61%. The last ETF I'm going to reveal here is PLTY, Palantir ETF. It's going to pay $7.50, and that's 125%. This is the highest it has ever paid. I'm going to show you. When it comes to return of capital or return on capital, there is a blend between 20% to 100%. As usual, YieldMax ETFs has paid most of their distribution from either return of capital, and some of them is just a zero. But for PLTY, $7.49, that 97% of that will come from a return of capital. And for ULTY, 100% of that 10 cents they're going to pay will come from return of capital. Again, I want to emphasize this. Return of capital is more of accounting for tax purposes. In order for you to know exactly how much of that distribution you have received during the year came from return of capital or from dividend or qualified dividend or anything like that, you have to check your brokerage will issue a statement or income statement, and that will show you all the information you need. Now, X date and record date for this week distribution will be August 14, 25, which is tomorrow. Payment date as usual will be on Friday, August 15, 2025. So by the end of market closure on Friday, the distributions will be deposited to your account, and it depends on your bank. You might see right away, or you might see the distribution cash payment if you're receiving cash in your account by Saturday morning. That's how it shows on my account. Another distribution announcement came from Roundhill Investments for these 3 ETFs, XDTE, QDTE, RDTE. X date and record date is August 14th, which is tomorrow. Payment date will be the same as YieldMax on Friday, and the payment for XDTE will be 25 cents, QDTE will be 23 cents, RDTE will be 31 cents. The payment you're going to receive from Roundhill, 100% of this come from return of capital. That's how they structure their payment distributions. One thing to bear in mind, X date is the cutoff date. So meaning if you don't own any of these ETFs that I have mentioned, either from Roundhill or from YieldMax, by today, you won't be able to receive distribution on Friday. So if you want to receive distribution for next week, make sure you buy any of these ETFs either from Roundhill or from YieldMax by Wednesday next week. And if you don't want to miss any of the updates when it comes to distribution, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button so whenever I release a new video, you'll be able to receive those updates. And as always, if you like my content, please smash the like button to help us grow. Now let's get a quick update on PLTY, YieldMax Palantir Option Income ETF. PLTY performance since it came out has returned about 157%. This is cumulative, meaning including all the distribution you have received. At one point, it was very high, but it has come down a bit. Now let's look at the distribution history. The first time PLTY paid was November 8th, 2024. They only paid $2.20. And you can see from this history, the highest they paid was about a couple months ago. They paid $7.04. So the distribution that they just announced of $7.50, that's going to be the highest that they have paid so far, which is very interesting. Palantir has been around for a long time. The fund was incepted October 7th, 2024 and has accumulated net asset of 656 million. So it hasn't reached a billion yet. And the main reason I'm thinking this ETF hasn't reached a billion yet is because of maybe the history of the company itself. And the other reason I'm thinking is because of the price, because this ETF came around $50. And a lot of investors don't like to pay $50 for these YieldMax ETFs as compared to like a $20 ETFs. The last ETF update I'm going to show you is YieldMax Ultra Option Income Strategy. The yield is 86.07 based on the last distribution they paid. When we look at the performance history, as you know, ULTY used to be $20 ETF and then it went all the way down to $5 and it came up again to where it is right now at $6. So all in all, it has lost a lot of money, but if you put all the distribution back, it has returned only about 14%, and that's annualized return of 9.5. So it's pretty much on par with market return on average. The other important thing I want to update you on ULTY is its net asset. It has reached 3.13 billion as of today. Very impressive. As I've mentioned from previous video, ULTY is getting a lot of inflow, meaning a lot of money are coming in. And I can see ULTY catching up to MSTY because we know MSTY is a top YieldMax ETFs when it comes to net asset because right now it's about 5.5 billion. But ULTY, which used to be only less than 1 billion just a few months ago, now is at 3.13 billion. So it's catching up, guys. And this tells you all you need to know about ULTY. It pays a really decent ETF, and a lot of people like ULTY because it seems to have that stable NAV for now, and the changes they made, and also pays weekly, which attracts a lot of investors. So guys, that's all I have for today. I just want to keep you updated on YieldMax Group B and weekly payers distribution for this week. I also wanted to update you on Palantir and its biggest distribution they have paid so far. And the last, of course, we looked at ULTY and its growing net asset, which is very impressive. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you don't want to miss any of these updates, please subscribe, hit the notification button, and don't forget to smash that like button so we can grow our channel and we can spread this passive income journey to a lot of more people. And don't forget to share with someone you think this video might help. Thank you again. I'll catch you next video. Bye bye.